Hi there, Cancer. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to go ahead and get into I'm doing relationship reads, but I'm hearing energetic read for you. They're all energy reads anyhow, but let's just say that and then we'll continue on here. These messages will not resonate with every single Cancer placement, but please feel free to check the videos for your other placements. Your messages may be there. If you want a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. Please show me energy for the sign of Cancer. Show me energy for the sign of Cancer. You have deep knowing. It feels like we're growing apart. I'm going to pause this, Cancer. I'm getting a call. Thank you, Cancer, for your patience. I had to take that call. Okay, so to get back into the energy presented so far, we have deep knowing, and we have it feels like we're growing apart. So deep knowing is an energy of just what it says. Deep knowing, your intuition, trusting your gut. This can be situations in romantic connections where we just deeply know that somebody is going to play a considerable role in our lives and us with them. If this is a situation where you're not dealing with anybody, this may be a deep knowing of when it might be time to potentially move on from something. This could also be an energetic experience. So I started this reading out, I think, saying an energetic read. So maybe this is more energetic for you, or more you-based than relationship-based. Either way, let's see what comes through. When we have compassion fatigue, when we overgive to situations, this is a call to protect ourselves and our energy. And with it feels like we're growing apart, pay attention to when it feels like something has reached its end, or a need for you to change the direction in a path. Even if it's not a relationship, sometimes this can be growing apart from people, growing apart from jobs and situations in our life that maybe we've really enjoyed for so long, but now it's like we have an understanding that your efforts may be better suited elsewhere, or maybe something isn't giving back to you the way that you once had experienced, and so it's time to separate. This could go all different kinds of ways. So let's get into this reading for you, Cancer, and we'll see. This could also just be a personal assessment in yourself, saying, I've dealt with certain things for so long. We have Mars in Cancer right now, which is a lot of self-excavation, Cancer. And so this may even be you realizing that things that you were tied to, or different ways that you've operated for so long, or, issues that maybe like you've created in your life that have been problematic to you and to other people, might be up for revision here. It might be up for having a look where maybe in the past you might have kind of just poo-pooed it and put it on the back burner. Now it's like, oh, it's here to be addressed. It's in our face. So there may be some sort of self-assessment energy here where, are you happy with the things that you've given yourself? Are you happy with the current identity that you're in? I don't mean to talk about oh, we're switching up identities and personalities. It's not DID. It's not it's not that. But what I am saying is that sometimes as human beings, we grow through change, and to grow we have to change. And so here it's like an activation and a realizing that, and reasoning with ourselves, is this something that's for me? Is this behavior for me? Have I been operating in this limited way before and up until now? And now I see that there's so much more that could be had I just opened that little door a little bit more. It's that kind of energy. Okay, So before I even get in that, they're telling me, I'm an intuitive reader. I'm listening to what I'm hearing. They're saying go with this deck, which is another oracle deck. Okay, we have adversity here. So I'm going to put that there. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Under that, on the bottom of the deck, freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And I feel that that's what's going on here. Cancer, I feel that you are creating your own freedom and happiness here, but it comes through a period of assessment here, whether this is with you or with other people in your life or situations. It feels here that through friction, we learn our greatest gifts, our lessons, so show me more for Cancer here. I feel like there's a level of friction here, but that friction is the lesson. It's gold. Here we have the 8 of Cups. So this is clearly walking away from things. And I will say underneath that, there was the Ace of Cups. That doesn't have to mean just walking away from love, walking away from a love offer. It could mean that, but also in a spiritual sense, walking away from things that no longer fill our cup, or maybe the things that we did think that filled our cup are no longer present, are no longer doing that job. It's like we've kind of exceeded that. It's like our cup is so filled in those capacities that now we have to seek elsewhere. The 8 of Cups is not bad, because the 8 of Cups is saying, I filled these cups up for so long, and they fulfilled me for so long, that I have wisdom and knowledge from these experiences, but I know there's more out there. I know I can learn more about myself. I know I can have more, because what happens when you move past the 8 of Cups? You excel and you move towards the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is having those blessings in an even more magnified way, in a more satisfying way. At the bottom of the deck, you do have the 5 of Cups here. So this does talk about stepping away from situations, and by doing so, it hurts. It hurts. This can be relationships. This can be any number of things like we talked about already. But there's an active choice here to step away from situations where I don't think you're running from adversity. I think you've dealt with adversity in certain situations, and by remaining in them, it upholds the adversity, and then you become averse to it, and add in adversity with yourself. With the 5 of Cups, we have those 3 cups knocked over, and we have the 2 cups behind us. So we still have opportunities that we're just not seeing right now, because our focus is on pain, or our focus is on the frustration of having to step away from something. Show me more. Page of Pentacles in reverse. This energy shows, and then there's that Ace of Cups again that I was talking about. The Page of Pentacles in reverse is an interesting card, just because it says, I'm bored with this. I'm tired of this. I tried to give my efforts to it before. I've learned about it. I've been in it. It used to give me a ton of pleasure, and I was excited in it. And now I'm just bored. It doesn't fulfill me the way it did. I need to step away from this. And I feel that you are doing that. And sometimes we do that with a level of compassion for ourselves. Sometimes we have to give love. By stepping away, it's like claiming love for yourself. It's an act of self-preservation. I move towards things that feed my soul. And if you've tried to re-engage, especially with job situations or hobbies or situations that at one point they were financially lucrative, or you've given your energy to this, or maybe this is even a career that you've been involved in, it's like the excitement to be part of it is no longer there. Something about it is like telling you it's time. So be compassionate with yourself and those involved, and give to yourself. There you are, Cancer. It's your energy. There's that Chariot energy for you. And there's the Ace of Cups again. I feel this is you feeding yourself. This is you feeding your own cup. This is you fulfilling your energy. Also, too, the Chariot comes through when we've done a lot of deliberation. The Chariot is a choice to move forward. And when we do make that choice, it rumbles under us. It goes quickly. This is a change in everything for you. This is activating into new experiences for you, things that maybe you've put on the back burner or you've considered before, and it's like now you're like, my time is precious. And I have a knowing that like something about this past experience just isn't cutting it for me anymore. Let me try something different. And you're taking the opportunity to free yourself to do that, which is a very bold move. But I also know with cardinal signs, you make stuff happen. It is your nature. It is your nature to strategize and make things into existence. And you do that very well, Cancer. And I feel that when you decide to pull the trigger and make that decision, that is when your heart flows. That is when you regain the same type of like excitement for perhaps what this used to be or something was. Here you have it for something different. The Sun, there's something under that too. Sun and the Three of Cups. This offers you new opportunities. This offers you new connections, new friendships. Here we have this card, the Six of Swords as well. You have three, actually, if you count the Eight of Cups. You have three cards of travel, okay? This is about letting go of frustrating situations and moving on because it's just better for you. It's just better for you. Here, the decision to make a change brings you such clarity. It brings you such happiness in the freedom that you choose. It's almost as if adversity just diminishes. This offers you new connections with people, new opportunities to create connections, new friendships, potentially new lovers, the opportunity to date people that are like-minded. I feel here too, that is also an aspect here, whether you're dating or not, there's an element of wanting to be around people who are of like mind. I feel that you've been involved in situations here, Cancer, where it's like, in some way you surpass people or the people that you've been with. And that's not to say that in some sort of like egoic, like, oh, Cancer is better than them. That's not it at all. It's just you learn differently. And I feel that with such an introspective sign such as Cancer, you guys learn through so many different ways, and it's emotional. You absorb, you ebb and flow, and as everybody else ebbs and flows within their emotions, you pick all of that up and you learn through people, you learn through them, but you also learn through their limitations. Are their limitations your limitations? They're not. They're not. So you're giving yourself the opportunity for more experiences. And that is good. We should have that until the day that we are in the ground. We should have more experiences that fulfill you, that give back to you, that are exciting for you. Even as I'm saying that here, the Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Let's split it. Nine of Cups. You're doing things that fulfill your energy, Cancer. You're doing things that give you the utmost prosperity. You're doing things that feed you emotionally. And that is through your own creation here, okay? That is through you making a stand and a choice to change things for yourself. Because it's very easy to stay within a level of adversity. It's very easy to stay within frustrating situations because we have ties to them and because we have guilt with them and because, well, what if that person doesn't progress without me? That's okay. I know that the Cancerian energies are very mothering, very fathering, very nurturing. You want to nurture things into existence. You want to kiss the boo-boo. You want to make it better for people. You guys are amazing at making life good for people. You stabilize the hell out of things and it shows. People love you for it. People stick around with you because it's like sometimes they can't do that for themselves. But that's also a level of codependency. And if we're sticking around for situations that can't give back to us or that can't meet us on the same level that we're kind of excelling into, it's saying choose it for yourself, make the decision for yourself. Because when you do, the Chariot, the Sun, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, like you're moving into a period of life where it's like, this is where you need to be. This is where you get to regenerate the shell. Because the shell is for protection, right? We have the shell on us, the Cancer shell, to protect our soft, squishy little bodies. But what happens with that? You know, the shell grows with you, and sometimes in injury, the shell has to be discarded and regenerated. And what do crabs do? If they lose a limb, they regenerate the limb. It's stronger, it's newer, it's bionic. You are bionic, Cancer. The Hermit. I feel like you're looking at what took me this long to make these decisions. What took me this long to make this decision to choose happiness, to choose change, to choose a different voice to sing with. That's a weird way to say it, but that's how I want to say it. It's like you're exploring different aspects of yourself that you're unearthing every day. It's like you're cutting off your own little claws so you can regrow new legs. You know, you're cutting off your legs to grow new legs. It sounds so weird, but it's like an active force in regenerating the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, the spiritual body, especially with the Hermit. And one way that we do that is through our connections and our friendships, the people that we're around, even if it's just the people in your life that you're surrounded with, the company that you keep, even at a job. We want it to be high vibratory. We want it to be healthy. We want it to be present, okay? To be in active presence with something, it has to feed our souls. It has to make us feel like we're actually there for a purpose. And I feel that when you've given your purpose to something for so long, there's a point where you realize, I can't do it anymore. It's not reciprocated. I feel like I'm only holding up the torch for people who aren't willing to turn the light on. Like, why? You know, so here it's like we're changing directions. I love this for you. And I feel that you have a right to be concerned and have a right to be wobbly about the idea of change. But when you see that change manifests more change, and that change is also happy, and it brings more happy, and it feeds you more happy, it's almost like, oh yeah, let me cut off another leg here. It just feels like, let me regenerate, let me heal. As I split the deck, we have the Four of Swords. Let me heal. When we're in levels of adversity with other people, it eats our soul, it eats our emotions, it eats our energetic body. We're spent. Cut off your legs, heal, regenerate, Cancer. One more. You have the King of Swords here, and you have the Judgment card. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Cups. With this energy, Cancer, you're making a very big decision here. This comes through considerable deliberation. This comes through being utterly honest with yourself. And this also comes through a level of being kind of like unwavering in the faith that you have within yourself to change and make a decision like this. I feel here that this could talk about even moving, like in a distance, moving country, moving city, moving state. And if that's not what it involves, it just says you're shaking up your world to the point where you're kind of like, what am I seeing right now? I'm seeing, hang on, I'm seeing something. I said you're shaking up your world, but then when I see it, it's almost as if like you're shaking things up, but there's like debris falling. It's like a sieve, you know, like when you're sifting. Oh, okay, so we're sifting gold. We're panning for gold. So we have like a sieve here, and it pulls out the dirt and the debris that all kind of falls down, and it leaves the nuggets, the gold nuggets here. That's what I'm seeing. So this is what we're after. This is the action that we're taking because we realize that life has gold here for us, and we know it. because we've seen it time and time again by reference to other human beings, by reference to people, by reference from past situations that we may have not experienced anymore. Or maybe even here with this page of Pentacles in reverse, something about this experience in your past was pure gold. When you started out with that, it was pure gold and you loved it. But over time, through lessons, through understanding, through interactions, through things eating away, through time being spent, through energy being lost, it's lost, it's tarnished. Maybe it was pyrite, fool's gold. I feel you're giving yourself an opportunity for something beautiful. And I feel that this can also come with connections in your life that may be new. Through giving yourself freedom, this gives you opportunity for new love. It gives yourself a new opportunity to love yourself and love the things that you do. Show me it feels like we're growing apart, please. You have the Nine of Swords here. This is all of this anxiety energy. This is a choice here that you get to make. The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. This is saying trust your intuition, trust the knowledge that you have about yourself, about your own inner growth within a situation, and try not to beat yourself up here with the choice of leaving something. With the Nine of Swords, it says, I'm worried, I'm anxious, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know if I can make this decision. This says, pay attention to your inner knowing. This is all Empress energy with this deep knowing. This is it right here. Pay attention to it. Show me deep knowing. Oops, I'm dropping things. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups, and under that, guess who? The Sun, you have the Sun here. There are good things that happen when you take chances, Cancer. There are opportunities that present themselves in our lives that are almost like we have to collide with them because they are energetic matches with us and they require our attention. And so when we have resistance to something, it's saying, okay, you've done everything positive for this. Step back, move on. And this is what it's saying. This is what it's saying. I don't feel like I need to clarify much here, honestly. Show me adversity. What are we walking away from? Two of Pentacles. This is being of two minds about something here. It's feeling like you have to juggle something to remain in something. Some of you, this is a love connection where it's like the fizz is just fizzled, Here, it's almost as if like you need to pay attention to the calling that you're receiving and to try and juggle and force something into your life and make it fit. It's like Cinderella's stepsister. Like she wanted that shoe, that little glass slipper to fit on her big old foot, but she had them clodhoppers and it flew right off. It flew right off. It's not for you. It's repelling itself from you. You're not a fit for that anymore. Show me the Chariot. So for the Chariot here, Cancer, you have the Page of Wands. You have the Queen of Pentacles, and you have the Ten of Cups. It does come with the Five of Wands, but this is that adversity energy. You're allowing new things into your life here. We are changing constantly, and by you allowing the Wheel of Fortune in, by you trusting that intuition to change things, you end up with so much more. It's like the Ten of Cups. It was in this deck, but now it's coming out in this deck. As I split the deck, you have the Star. This is about following your intuition. I feel that through your experiences, you've gained so much wisdom and so much knowledge, and now it's time to impart that wisdom and knowledge elsewhere. It's time to share that with people who are ready for that. A lot of the time we're engaged in relationships and connections and jobs and situations where we are an energetic mismatch, and it doesn't mean you're better. It's not an ego boost. It's just sometimes we are an energetic mismatch, and to remain in that is this Five of Wands. It's trying to force a square into a round hole. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And no matter how much you pound it in there, it's still a square in a round hole. It's not going to work. Show me the Sun. You have the King of Swords. You have the King of Swords here. But with this King of Swords, I was looking at it in another reading, and it's interesting, okay? With this, you also have this king sitting on the moon. The moon is Pisces Cancer energy, all right? And then you have the two fish there. And his sword is between the two fish. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. This is almost like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The King of Cups energy is honestly what I get even more than just this King of Swords. But this is saying we've gone this route of the dutiful person, and we've done these things so much, and we've spent our time there. But now it's like saying, focus your energy on the duality. What gives back to you, what you give to it here, right? The mutability, the duality, the shift, the change, the dissolve for things to change and to happen. Pisces is about dissolve. It's about dissolving things so they can transform and transmute. Here we stand on our emotions, we stand on uncertainty with the moon, but we're here to trust ourselves. We're here to make that change. Without it, it almost seems like with the sword right between those fish. If you know much about symbology with the Pisces sign, it's two fish swimming in opposite directions. It's two fish almost sometimes swimming against themselves. And here we have the sword of clarity, honesty, truth coming right between them. Why are you chasing your tail, Cancer? Make a decision to change. There's so much that comes through here for you when you change. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Wands. This is about making a decision to move forward here. It's taking opportunities that are in your hand and making things happen with them. Show me freedom. You have the Hierophant here with freedom. You have the Three of Swords, and you have the Death card. I love that because it does talk about dissolve, transformation. It talks about trusting yourself. And here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Justice card, divine justice in this situation. By paying attention to your intuition and trusting your guidance, you move forward towards things that are far more suited for you. This can be new jobs, new opportunities. This can be a shift in your career. This can also be become you being somebody that people revere very considerably. This could be you being a healthcare professional or a health professional that is a trusted person, that people seek out attention. This is the freedom that comes with this harsh decision here with the Three of Swords. By leaving something here, it does hurt. I'm not going to lie, it does hurt. It says, I've given my all and I've given my efforts and I can't do it anymore. And it doesn't mean it has to be the most tumultuous thing in the world, but it says I can't do it anymore. And I have sadness about that. But when we allow that Death card to transmute the sadness, and then when you start to receive all of this shift in positivity, it's worth it. It's worth it. And if you're changing your life and changing aspects of yourself that you've never seen before, aspects that you didn't know were there, the time is now. Seize the moment. This is the time, especially with Mars in Cancer. This is transformation time for you. This is unveiling, unearthing, and accepting. What's the prosperity? Is that the prosperity message? Or I don't know. It's an AA thing. Grant me the grace or something to change the things that I can change and make peace with the things that I can't. I'm butchering that. I went to AA, but only because I was court appointed. I was 15. We can all change. But yeah, this is energy where, and maybe that's something I need to say here. I was an alcoholic for 20 years, hardcore. By the time I was 15, I was like doing blackout stuff and like already being court appointed to go to like, AA. I used to bring bottles of wine to AA with me. Like, what? Go drink in the bathroom. Ridiculous, ridiculous. And I actually didn't go through the AA program to get sober. I ended up doing it on my own and doing it with spirituality, and not like religion, but spirituality within myself and ayahuasca. And I did it with different soul searching, and it was a long period of that, a long time coming with that. But, you know, it happened, and I've been sober for 11 years now, you know? So there is something to putting our efforts and energy to change, especially when it comes in messages that only you can decode. So I feel here, Cancer, you are rewriting your own history. You're rewriting how the book finishes, because the book isn't done yet. You've still got more legs to chop off and regenerate. I love you guys. I hope this reading was helpful for you. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Contact me if you want a personal reading, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bless you.